gourmand fragrances. One of the top categories right now. For years, it was one of the least appreciated, but gourmands are in and in a big way. So I'm gonna give you 3 of my favorite gourmand fragrances that seem to get overlooked, and they're all newer ones, so they're ones that you definitely need to check out. Welcome back, everybody, to Joel the Nose. And as always, thank you for watching. Thank you for subscribing if you already are. If you aren't, I would request and ask that you subscribe, and remember to ring the bell, guys, for notifications so you know when I release new videos. So here I am at Osme Perfumery in beautiful Miami, Florida. And today's video, as I said, is going to be about 3 of my favorite gourmand fragrances. Let's get right into this. I'm going to come in at number 3, one from a legendary niche house, one of the actually very first niche houses in the modern era. She is the granddaughter of Guerlain, the founder, the creative director, and this is Nicolai, the House of Nicolai Parfums. And the fragrance I have here is Macaroon Bourbon. Macaroon Bourbon. Okay, this is an eau de parfum, and you know, this came out about a year ago, so all these fragrances came out in the last year, so I'm introducing you to stuff that's pretty new, but for whatever reason, doesn't necessarily get talked about. And what I like about this one, if you smell it, is really kind of uses that bitter almond note that is really popular nowadays, but it's also mixed with rum and rose and clove and cinnamon. So you've got a lot of kind of like spicy, sweet notes that give it this warmth quality, but you have that kick of almond. And the reason why I like this one is I think it's kind of an introductory level, I want to say introductory level gourmand, meaning some gourmands that are coming out now are literally like, you smell them and you think you're eating food, you're eating popcorn, you're eating some type of over-the-top cake or pastry, and that's not going to be for everybody. But if you still want to try gourmands and get into it, something like Macaroon Bourbon is great. And the name says it all. You've ever had a macaroon? A macaroon is like one of those like little round, looks like almost like a little cookie, but it's like a soft pastry with the filling in the middle. It could be chocolate, it could be fruit. So this kind of has that essence.
Hey, what's going on? How you doing?
I felt this presence behind me. I'm like, okay. So did you see what I'm talking about today?
I overheard gourmands.
Gourmands, yeah. I wanted to introduce 3 gourmand fragrances that have come out in the last year that maybe not talked about as much,
okay,
you know, not as hyped as much, and so
this
was the first one I started with.
All right, that's amazing one. Perfumes of Nicolai, rich history, very sophisticated. To me, it's like my take. It's a subtle gourmand.
That's what I was just kind of saying.
Yeah.
It's not an over the top,
Okay.
like, right?
We often disagree. This time
We're agreeing.
We agree.
Well, while you're interrupting,
Okay, cool.
why don't you offer one that maybe you are kind of digging right now?
Oh man, there's so many, because you know it's the century of the gourmands right now.
It is. This is definitely the era of gourmands. They're having their moment,
Okay,
right?
let me see.
You go ahead and look, and I'll go on to my next one. So my next one, which I have, which I will say is my second favorite right now, is from the house of Atelier Materi. Okay, and this is Neroli Hasbaya, or Hasbaya.
Another stunner.
Right? And this again also came out in the last year. I remember smelling it for the first time at an event you had here when the creative director and the founder of the brand was here, and I remember just being blown away of the combination of that neroli citrus with this like almond note, right?
Yeah, almond. I think it has pistachio.
Yes, yeah.
I personally haven't ever smelled anything like this before. It was a little bit of a surprise. Normally, to me, it's like a hybrid gourmand. I'm making my own words right now, but it's not a full-on gourmand, but it is. It's It's a beautiful contradiction. I really like that perfume.
And I think this goes along almost with the macaron bourbon in that these are not your necessarily over the top gourmands. Like you said, it's almost like, to me, these are good ways to get yourself into the gourmand genre if you're a little bit intimidated by some of the over the top ones, right?
Okay.
And that's
I agree.
That's one of the reasons why I like that one so much. I just also, I've never seen kind of that citrus mixed with, like you said, it's like a hybrid. It's almost like a floral citrus fragrance, but with gourmand elements and pistachio. So anyways.
Very well done, very well thought out, and as unique as they come. So what's your number 3? I'm just curious.
Well, so technically it's my number 1.
Oh, cool.
So this is Kawa Carda from Atelier des Ors.
That is a heavy hitter.
Right? And I just feel like, why is this not talked about more? Along with its kind of sister fragrance, and I could have picked either one, but the other one is Coco Camilla, right? Camilla?
Cocoa, cardamom.
And I think if you look them up, it's funny, if you look it up on Fragrantica, they both just list as cocoa and cardamom. Both of them.
I think cocoa, cardamom, and one is coffee and cardamom.
Yeah, okay, yeah, you're right. Yes, yeah. So in fact, the one Kawa lists as coffee and cardamom. No?
Yes, correct.
Yes,
correct.
and the other one says cocoa. But to me, what I like about this one, it reminds me, it clearly to me still has some cocoa in it or chocolate.
Okay.
'Cause I get this vibe of like a creme de menthe. You know those menthes that you get, Andy's creme de menthe? This reminds me of a creme de menthe, which to me is the ultimate. After dinner, you're kind of relaxing. Maybe you're having a coffee. Maybe you're having aperitif after, or a cognac after a nice meal. You're relaxing with friends, family, and loved one. That smell, it's soothing, it's relaxing. I just love putting this on. And again, it's not necessarily a super strong over-the-top gourmand, but to me, it's just very smooth.
Interesting. So I have a different take on this one.
Okay, so here's where we disagree. All right, I like it.
So this particular perfume, whenever I show this to someone, I spray it first on a tissue or on a little blotter.
Okay.
And I give it time to evolve. This is very punchy, it's very strong. The cardamom note in it is just a big punch. So people sometimes don't appreciate when it's too strong right off the bat. When this mellows out, when it starts to dry down and all the little nuances starts to come out, then they start to like it. As a matter of fact, the trick is I put this on a tissue paper and allow them to walk around with it. And then in time, they're like, wow, this is amazing. But it doesn't happen right off the bat. You have to allow this to kind of evolve and open up for people to really fall in love with this one.
So this is for the patient person. This is not for the ADHD person who has to smell something instantaneously, right? You're not going to be like, spray it once, like, oh, I love it. You got to wear it.
You have to allow perfumes to sometimes grow up.
Right, and I think that's one of the things we're missing today. I think so many perfume brands are just trying to go for that quick pull, that quick hit, meaning pull someone in because there's so many different fragrances. They feel like they have to like grab you immediately. It's nice to see something like this that just unfolds and develops.
Yeah, this is definitely a slow burn.
When you give it that chance, it's like a slow burn love. You could have the quick love, the love at first sight, or you could have something that's going to last a long time.
I agree. So this was your number 2.
So that was actually my number 1. So
Number 1, okay.
That was number 1, and this was number 3. So there you have it. Those are my top three that again are kind of under the radar gourmands that have come out recently that people need to smell.
Okay. So
what do you have?
Miller Harris's Soulflow.
Oh wow, I haven't smelled that in a while.
So I like this perfume because the way how I describe this is you have some gourmands that shouts, and then you have some perfumes, some gourmands that whisper. This is one that whispers. Everything doesn't have to be beast mode. Some things or some perfumes can be subtle, and you'll enjoy the perfume just as much as the loud ones. But what I like about this perfume, it is a little hint of jasmine. I think it has some tobacco and chestnut. That is a note that's not very It's not very popular.
I can't think of another.
They have one
fragrance
from Italy Libre that's a chestnut perfume that's amazing as well. But this one is subtle, it's elegant, and it's just wearable whether it's in the summer heat
Can you spray it real
or
quick?
the spring night.
'Cause I don't. This is one I haven't smelled in a while, and I want to get to. There's a chestnut, and you think of during the fall or winter season, people roasting chestnuts. There's actually a song, "Chestnuts Roasting on an Open Fire." Like there is. Oh yeah. It's almost got like a.
It's very well done, very
That
refined.
is wow.
Yeah.
I totally forgot about this one, but it's got almost like a sweet, almost like a, I don't know, almost like a caramel type vibe to it, but like a, I'm thinking of like a chestnuts, but like glazed chestnuts.
Okay.
So that's what it's giving me. It's like, you have regular nuts, and then when you kind of glaze them, it has a little bit of a sweeter essence to it. That's what I get from this. It's beautiful.
Miller Harris has a way of doing unique perfumes. First, they have one that smells like the inside of a Birkin handbag, which is a
I remember that.
old leather perfume. It's a collaboration between Jane Birkin and Miller Harris back then, and now they have just so much more. Talking about so much more, there's a new Gourmand coming from the brand that I have not smelled before.
From
but-
Miller Harris.
From Miller Harris.
Okay.
I heard it's supposed to put this one to shame, and to me, this is one of the top gourmands in the store. But I heard
Wow.
that
okay.
it's going to be something extremely special.
And you haven't smelled it, no
I
sample
have
yet?
Not yet, but
All
it's
right.
coming.
There's a little scoop that people, Gourmand fans, especially if you love soufflette, got to check this out.
Yeah.
Cool. Well, thank you for
always.
jumping in. Appreciate it. As always, guys, thank you for watching, and thank you for all your support. I'll be back soon with another video. And remember, don't be a wimp. Spray like a pimp. You know the rule. Don't be a wimp. Spray like a pimp.